That was absolutely perfect.
Is this disc about to go in my bag?
That doesn't make any sense. That makes 0 sense.
This is Bag or Banish, the mini-series where I try out a unique disc and tell you whether you should bag it or banish it into a black hole forever. In this episode, we're doing the AEROBIE SharpShooter #1. This disc is hot off the heels of the AEROBIE Epic, I believe. I don't remember the year that it was released. I tried to find out, couldn't find it, but that's okay. The thing about this disc is this is the long-range driver in a set of 3, where number 2 is a mid-range and number 3 is a putter, all overstable. The packaging says that the steps on the disc are a revolutionary design of 3 sharpshooter discs incorporate steps that distribute aerodynamic lift evenly over the disc, resulting in a new standard of precision in flight over a wide range of throwing speeds and wind conditions. Is that true? Well, I tested it out, and you're gonna see exactly whether or not that makes any goddamn sense at all. This is what the profile of the disc looks like. You can see the ridges on the side here as they come down. I'll say it's unique for sure. So here's how this is gonna work. We're gonna cut over to the field where I threw a few drives backhand and forehand, tried to identify whether or not the flight numbers were accurate. This disc doesn't have flight numbers provided by AEROBIE, but Infinite Discs listed the flight numbers as a 7304 or 7403, I think. So it's definitely an overstable disc. And for reference, I picked this up for $11, but I think if you want to try to find this online, it's anywhere from like $17 to $40 because it's out of production. Yeah, let's go over to the field, let's see some throws, and then we'll get on to the next segment.
The AEROBIE SharpShooter Golf Disc Precision Long Range Driver #1. What does that say? AEROBIE.com, worldwide patent pending. Do this on flat. Pretty reliable thing. Alright, I'm gonna throw it on some hyzer. This is a hyzer angle. I actually don't know if I gave that any hyzer. Last one, I'm gonna throw it on some anhyzer and see how well it fights out. But yeah, it's definitely an overstable disc. Forehand now. I'm gonna throw forehand flat, see what it does. I assume it's just gonna like tank out, right? It tanked right. I'm gonna throw it on hyzer now and see just how hard it tanks. Last throw in the field is going to be anhyzer forehand. Really try to chop it over. I assume it's going to carry. I fought out of it.
Segment 2. I'm gonna play 9 holes, so we'll cut over to Hollows North, where I just try to do my best with the disc and really feel it out as it would work through a regular, 9-hole round. And I gotta say, I was surprised.
Makes a good putter. We skipped over holes 2 and 3 to go to 4 because 2 is another like big downhill that I usually throw a putter on, and 3 is also another like putter hole. So this will be the first one in a little bit that will be good for the AEROBIE Epic maybe. Epic? It's not an Epic. It'll be good for the AEROBIE SharpShooter maybe. I think that works. Hole 5, and this is not a hole meant for the AEROBIE SharpShooter. I should throw my Insanity, which is a slightly understable to stable distance driver. This is basically an overstable fairway. I don't foresee this going well. Not the worst shot in the world, but it's nowhere near where I want to be. For reference. If that's not near the basket, I'll be really surprised. Upshot was fine. That really didn't go very far. I didn't even really make it close to the short basket. Wasn't even an attempt for birdie to the short basket. Meanwhile, the Insanity, it's a long look for birdie. See if I can make it. Better bid. There we go. Just had to throw the driver again. I'm really good at putting drivers, I guess. I don't know. Hole 6. This definitely doesn't feel like a hole meant for the SharpShooter, but I think I can make it work. Normally I throw a Wraith. And this is overstable like a Wraith is overstable. Kind of. So maybe it'll work. It might be in the creek. It might be OB. Throw my my Wraith. There's. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Unfortunately, that was OB, which is funny because, like, technically it's in the water, but it was dry. But it's in the designated creek area of this hole. So therefore I was OB, so that's only a 4 instead of a 3. I gotta say, I've been on point with my my second drives today because the Wraith is parked for a birdie. And bogey with the SharpShooter. Hole 7, I would normally backhand a mid-range that would, like, you know, turn right and then fade left. I'm just going to throw the SharpShooter on sort of like a slight anhyzer angle and see what happens. That second throw was with the Mako 3 I just picked up yesterday, and already it's proving its worth because I think it's like, I can't tell if it's within circle 1 or not, but the sharpshooter, I mean, it did something. It didn't follow the line that I needed it to take because I knew it couldn't. Like, I can't rely on that disc to do that backhand line that I want, because I'm not confident that it's gonna follow that line and not like hit a tree, or I'm gonna put it too far over. But like, it got down here, so again, another semi-long upshot for probably a par. That Mako 3 was bombed way past the basket. Hole 8. I don't know how this is going to work out. I know that what I'm about to do is not what I normally do, but that's been going pretty well today, so. That was perfect. That was absolutely perfect.
Is this disc about to go in my bag?
That doesn't make any sense. That makes 0 sense. Oh no, I see it now. I definitely see it now. It's okay, it's long. It's really long. I think I should start throwing putters on this hole. So we skipped over hole 9 because it's really long and really not meant for this disc. So we're going to hole 10. We're on the back 9 now. And I'm thinking, same thing I always do basically, or try to do, which is hang the right side with, I guess with this it would be just a little bit flat to Anheuser, but not too much. And then just hope that it fades back towards the basket. Oh, I got a rough tree kick. That had a chance to go in, and I'm surprised. I'm pretty okay with it today. Hole 11, what I normally throw here is an overstable disc. I forehand it, and that's what this is. It's an overstable disc, so I think it will work. I think it'll be totally fine. I'm just gonna put it down this side right over here, and it's gonna fade back towards the basket, which is down that little tunnel. Alright, we've now jumped over to hole 13. This is a hole that I normally kind of like Anheuser backhand and fight the right curve so it fades left at the end. I think this will do it, but I don't know if it's going to go very far. And also there are a lot of trees to contend with, so I don't know if this is going to be the last hole. Technically this is the 9th hole, this is the end of this segment, and then we'll go back to the office and you know, I'll give my final thoughts and whether I bag this or banish it. But I don't know, there may be 1 or 2 more holes as a bonus. That was unexpected. The way that turned in the air was weird. Like, I knew a hammer would be maybe a little interesting with that disc, but that was, like, honestly kind of crazy. Ooh. Hey, welcome to the bonus hole, hole 14. I'm just gonna try to do a CTP. Just however close I can get with the AEROBIE SharpShooter.
We did the field test. Field tests went okay. We did 9 holes and a bonus CTP hole. And my final thoughts on the AEROBIE SharpShooter number 1 is that it's fine. It's not the best disc in the world. It's not the worst disc in the world. It's an overstable fairway driver. Best I can describe. It says it's a precision long-range driver. I will tell you that is categorically false. The furthest I could get this disc could go was maybe 280, and my max throw is somewhere around 350. My average throw is somewhere around like 30 something. I can consistently throw over 300 feet, and I could not get this close, and I was hucking it. And for reference, I warmed up with more than just this disc, and those were over 300. The feel of the disc, it's not like it's shiny. It's shiny like it's a premium disc, but it's not premium. It's like fake premium. I don't know how to describe it. It's not rubbery like Elevation, because Elevation's like silicone, super malleable. This is stiff. It's a stiff plastic, but it feels less slick than like, Halo plastic from Innova or like ESP from Discraft. So, I don't know, it doesn't feel great just in terms of the plastic type. And the steps on the side don't really seem to do anything significant for the flight characteristics. And at worst, it feels bad. It feels bad to hold this disc. So I don't really know what they were thinking. I think this was a miss, and I don't think it stayed on the shelves for too long. It's really hard to break into a sport like this and then take this and be like, yeah, go play a round of disc golf with this. So, no, I don't recommend you bag it. I recommend this is banished into a black hole forever. That being said, if you happen to like this disc, that's fine. We all have our preferences. Am I gonna judge you for it? No. No, I'm not gonna judge you for it. We all like what we like. I don't really like this. I really only picked it up because it was $11. So there you go. Bag or banish. AEROBIE SharpShooter number 1. Banish. I'll see you on the next episode of Bag or Banish.